I'm sure at some point you've been playing a game and been like, oh man, I wish I had one of those in my life. Well, that's what this is all about. The most useful items to have in real life from video games. I absolutely love the Zelda franchise, so why not start there? I mean, it is kind of Zelda Month, so why not? This list isn't going to include companions like the Loftwing or Midna, because they're not items. And also things that are either too broken, like the Triforce, because that'd be too easy to make number 1, or the Fused Shadow, because we really don't get to see the full extent of what it can do, so it's kinda hard to really make assumptions on that. However, we will be making some stipulations because, I mean, if you're watching a video like this, you've probably seen the Game Theory episode on the hookshot and the... Ow. The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap is a unique game for a couple of reasons. From things like the art style and how the game looks presentation-wise overall, to things like the kinstone system, where you can fuse together essentially two halves of a friendship stone and some magic happens. But there's another thing that makes the game pretty unique, and that is what is number 5 on this list. It's Picolite. Or Picolite? Picolite? I don't know. At a certain point in the game you get access to a few of these, but eventually you'll be able to get up to 6 different ones, each one giving you a momentary buff that gives you a vastly increased drop rate on one of a few different items. There's one for rupees, hearts, fairies, kinstones, mysterious shells, and general items. I'm not sure how useful half of these things would be in real life, but if I could just chug a potion and go cut some grass for money, yeah, I'd spend money on that. Especially since you typically make 2 to 3 and sometimes even more times the amount that it costs to buy one of these. If I spend 200 rupees and end up getting over 600 at the end, that's a good investment because you can just keep buying them over and over again. It's especially great if you head west of Hyrule Castle Town and find this little patch of grass. You just chug one of these and then go spin to win. In terms of the game itself, this is an amazing opportunity to make rupees so you can finish off the Nintendo statue collection, because, oh my god, that takes forever. And if you're gonna get kinstones, then, well, be prepared to... just be prepared. At number 4, we have a kind of a tie between restorative items. There's the fairy, blue potions, and elixir soup, specifically from Wind Waker. All of these restore hearts, but the blue potion restores your magic as well. The elixir soup doubles your attack power until you take damage the next time, and the fairies activate on their own when you die. Depending on how the blue potion or the elixir soup effects translate into real life would really kind of decide whether they'd be better than the fairy or not, but honestly, I don't die on a daily basis like an adventurer like Link, so I don't know how useful the fairy would be in contrast. What's better than being able to heal damage? Well, honestly, not taking it in the first place. At number 3, we have a tie between pretty much every defensive item in the game. There's magic armor, the magic cloak, and Nehru's Love, all of which prevent Link from taking any damage for a certain amount of time, or until his magic runs out. All of these would be incredibly useful to just not die. I mean, if you got a truck heading at you, you can just be like, boop. Honestly, the magic cloak from Link to the Past takes a little bit more precedence over the other ones, but that's simply because you turn invisible and things pass through you. You can't go through walls though, and I don't get it, but that'd be handy. At number 2, an item I'm sure you've all seen coming, we have the Sheikah Slate, because of all those neat, sweet, delicious runes. Imagine, you're stuck on the highway, freeway, wherever, and you're just kind of stuck because traffic's a nightmare. Well, guess what? You can pop out, grab that Magnesis rune, and bloop! There you go. Walk off with your car. I don't think I really need to explain how useful stasis would be, especially in things like, you know, a car heading straight at you or something. The bombs I don't see being too useful, but who knows? Really depends on what you do. The travel rune would be super useful. Even if you don't have a way to teleport to anywhere else, you could still set it at, say, your house or wherever, and bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, there you go. You can warp right back to there. Plus, if it works in real life, you could just take a picture of really anything and be able to track it down. Forget your car keys? Use your Sheikah Slate to track it down. Drop your phone? Use the Sheikah Slate and hope you don't find someone else's phone. The general ability to really find anything that you've taken a picture of would be honestly super helpful regardless of what you do. So, yeah, that's there. Of all the items we've discussed, of all the things that we've seen, imagine being able to combine several of them into one single item. Do you know what this is? Do you know what could possibly contain this kind of power? I do. And it's a truth that Nintendo knows as well. That's why they removed it. Instead, you get something that no longer works. But I know the truth. I know the great power of what came before it. I know the might of Tingle. That's right, at number 1 we have the Tingle Tuner. Why? Because it does everything. Want some magic armor? Boom, you got it. Want a refill on your blue potion? Boom, you got it. Want to be able to blow things up from a distance? Boom, you got it. I know that this thing does technically take your money in order to operate, but it's worth it for not dying. And all the other items you have to buy typically anyways, or you have to worry about your magic power. So either way, there's some level of resource or money involved in order to make these things work. So regardless of what its power source is, be it money or rupees or however it would translate, this thing is honestly kind of capable of doing a lot more than most items can. It's basically the Swiss Army knife, the jack of all trades. It's the red mage of Zelda. And honestly, if I had one of these in real life, you have no idea the kind of crazy fun I would have. It's probably for the best that I don't have one of these. Oh hey, welcome to the end slate of this video. And thank you for making it all the way to the end. And I'm sorry that you watched the whole stupid thing. As with any YouTuber, I'll tell you the same thing. If you want to catch the next video when it comes out, there's a subscribe button. Touch it, please. Maybe leave a like? As much as this whole thing has just been my opinion, I'd love to hear other people's opinions. So, there's a comment section. You can use that. That works. And of course, a big thank you to PeanutButterGamer for starting the whole Zelda Month trend way back in 2011, I think it was? I don't remember. And to all the people who have been doing Zelda Month stuff all these years, it's an amazing thing that Austin has started, and honestly is one of my biggest motivations for finally getting off my lazy ass and doing things. So yeah, thank him for me doing this. Or blame him. Blame is probably a better word. Blame PBG for this. So yeah, check out something else if you want. I don't know. I'm just kind of here, doing stuff. See you guys later for the next one. Bye.